Good morning, everyone. Allison here, chatting about all things health, nutrition, chiropractic, exercise. I am here every morning to answer your questions. Today we're going to talk about sleep, but I do have to say one of you guys asked questions about shoulder stretches and exercises. I'm working on it, but I'm having a hard time figuring out how to set up my phone and demonstrate it at the same time. So it's on my mission list for next week. I promise I will talk about it, and I haven't forgotten. I'm just trying to figure out the logistics of this. So if you want your own health questions, issues, anything, comment below and tell me, or send me a personal message, and I will add it to the list. It's a free way to get a doctor to answer your questions. And so today I had somebody ask me about sleep. So we're going to talk about, does sleep really matter? Do you think that sleep affects you? I know, first and foremost, when I don't get enough sleep, I feel really tired and sluggish throughout the day. And I find that feeling very miserable. But it affects your mood. I have 4 kids. We have a lot of activities. And when I'm tired, I'm less likely to want to drive them around everywhere. And I'm less likely to say yes to things. Last night I worked all day and I came home and the kids wanted to play catch in the backyard, and I had gotten a good night's sleep the night before, so I was all in and ready to go. When you're tired, you don't really feel like doing those things. So I think sleep makes me a better mom. It makes me a lot more patient. But sleep also helps, or decreased sleep breaks down our immune system. So our body actually functions completely differently when we're awake than when we're sleeping. And when we're sleeping is when our body heals and repairs. So if we are consistently, night after night after night, not getting enough sleep, or even if our sleep schedule's off, meaning one night you go to bed at 10, the next night you go to bed at 2, then the next night you go to bed at midnight, and your body just can't get into a rhythm, that will have negative effects on our health as well. The other thing, we talk about this a lot in the office, your body needs sleep to heal. And so if you have some sort of an injury, whether it's low back pain to, a torn ligament or something, your body needs sleep. If you break a bone, your body needs sleep. It needs, I just think about it this way. If you're laying there sleeping, doing nothing, not moving around, not trying to process a bunch of things in your brain, your body only has one thing to focus on when you're sleeping. And that is healing and repairing from that day. So when my son's ankle was bothering him, I prioritized his sleep pretty heavy. So the benefits of getting a good night's sleep, obviously, it's the reverse of what we talked about before. It's an improved immune system. So especially coming into cold and flu season, I know we already have a lot of patients in the office with cold and flu symptoms, sinus infections. We need to make sure that we are sleeping to help benefit our immune system. Our weight management for our body is affected by our sleep. So there's kind of like a hunger hormone, and when you don't sleep, it gets activated. So when we're tired, we feel more hungry. So if we just sleep more, we can shut that hunger hormone down a little bit. Sleep helps regulate our hormones, which is going to impact our mood. Sleep helps us with better decision making and faster healing, obviously. Couple of tips on getting better sleep, help falling asleep, is try to go to bed at the same time every night, and have a sleep routine. So we do this with our kids. We, it seems like an obvious thing to do with them, but then often as parents, we forget to do this for ourselves. So have a sleep routine. Go upstairs, wash your face, read a couple of pages in a book, but do your routine at the same time every night. So then it kind of gears your body up into this it's time to go to bed mode, right? Another thing is get rid of electronics in your bedroom, especially your phone. When you have a ton of dings and notifications and stuff throughout the night, even if you're not aware of it, it might pull you out of that deep sleep, and then you're just not getting as many hours of that really good restful sleep that we want. My third tip is make the room as dark as possible. So our daughter Molly was a little under the weather earlier this week, and so she was sleeping in our room with us, and she brought a nightlight into our room, and that night I could not sleep. I felt like I had this this light just shining in my face all night long, and it was just a little dim nightlight. But we really try to keep our room really dark, and so just a little bit of light in the room, it totally messed up my sleep for that evening. Obviously, I'm sure you've heard this, no electronics for about 2 hours before you go to bed. Again, that just helps to shut down those brain waves and all of the lights from technology that they cause. And pay attention to exercise. Some people swear that if they exercise at night, they sleep really good. And some people swear that when they exercise at night, they can't fall asleep. So there's really good research on both sides. I always tell patients just do whatever feels best for you. So I hope you have enjoyed some of the benefits of sleep, some sleep tips. We'll definitely talk about this more. To be quite honest with you, I struggle in the sleep department, and so there's a couple of things that I just started trying, and once I've done them for a couple of days and I know one way or another how I feel about them, I'll bring them back next week probably and share them with you. So comment below, tell me what health issues, questions, anything you can think of. What's the best pillow to sleep with? What time should I go to bed? We talked about ice and heat. We can talk about specifics of ice and heat. Is an ice bath better than a heating pad or whatever? My dog's wiggling around in front of me, talking about how walking your dog can affect your back. That might be a really good one. So I'll be back on here next week, Monday through Thursday in the morning, to help you with whatever ails you. Have a great day, guys.